Okay. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to my channel. And yeah, my name is Iram Masa, and I hope that you are doing well wherever in the world you are. Alright, so since this is my 101st video, I thought I'd do something a little different and to take you through the process of like how I actually record and edit and all that. So first things first, we go to OBS. Now, you probably use Streamlabs OBS or like an external capture card, but I prefer using this. It doesn't tax out my system too much. Yeah, alright, so as you can see, I had to drop the desktop audio, which is like the games and everything else, down to negative 4.5 decibels, which actually helps you hear me more. Though, unfortunately, I found that that didn't actually help too much. So I had to jump my microphone's gain up to 8 decibels over 0. And then I actually had to play with like noise suppression, noise gate, and the compressor. But yeah, yeah, so that like you can actually hear me over a battle stream. That my headset is good. It isn't like for recording or anything, but it does the job. But yeah, that's it. The HyperX Cloud 2 gaming headset debut 2015, I think. But yeah, it's a pretty good headset. Like it works for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And it also has an adapter that has a 7.1 like surround sound emulator thing on it. But yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so you've seen all this and you probably know how to do the scenes and everything, but like you can set it up to like record a specific screen. I tend not to like do like capture this game or that game individually. I make it record the desktop, like what's actually on the screen happening as it is. But yeah, we go into settings. We have the general page, which I don't really play with, but we go to output and we go to recording. Now, I have it on a continual bitrate, but you might find it easier on something else. But continual bitrate actually helps it like stay at 60 frames per second, and I set it up to 30,000 kilobits per second. Now, my laptop has a GTX 1060 in it, so it doesn't seem to freak out too much, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just really weird. For the audio, I don't really have anything changed in there, but for here, I have it on stereo, and I have the audio running through my headset and the microphone at the same time. Video, I have it on this, which seems to help a lot. But yeah, and then once in here, right? So like when I'm actually in game, it saves me from actually coming back out and going over here and clicking start recording and then going back into a game. I set up like a hotkey thing, which is Shift Cap Lock, and that just like yeah, it helps out a hell of a lot. But yeah, so like once I set it all up and I know it's working good, I go to my Steam account and depending on the week, it's either going to be War Thunder or Shogun 2 Total War, both of which I'll link up into the top right of the screen if you haven't seen this series yet. But if you want to see me play something else like Space Engineers or something like that, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Now, once the video is recorded and it goes into my raw video file, it will end up being like a giant file, which takes ages to edit and everything. So like, I record it, and it'll end up in there. So I run that through a program that is called Handbrake, and I actually have a custom preset set, but like, you don't touch anything else in here. You go to video, and depending on your graphics card and everything else, you can set it to your like video card encoder, which for me is NVIDIA, so it ends up being H264, and then you can set the frame rate, like YouTube accepts 60 or 30. I prefer 60 because it's like smoother on the eyes, and then you click constant frame rate, which actually helps you like line up the audio and video from start to finish, instead of like I do something and then like I actually say it like a second and a half behind. Now the next thing is I drop the video encoder preset down to medium, which actually helps me speed it up, make it a bit faster, while also maintaining the quality of the video itself. And then I click fast decode, and then you save it wherever you want. For me, I make individual folders for each video. So like from the 5 point whatever it was gigabytes, it'll drop down to like 1-ish. And then I take this file and I drop it into a program called HitFilm Express. Now this is actually free, and it's actually a really cool tool. I think it's actually studio grade, but I'm not entirely sure. It's actually free. I'll try and find the link and drop it in the description. But you can go like new, choose your presets, so like 720p 30 or 1080p 30, something like that. Do all that, yada yada yada. But for me, I'll show you an actual file that I've done before. Alright, so like this is Shogun 2 episode 14. Alright, so like you can choose, like, if you have the whole subscribe animation in a separate end screen, you upload those, and then you actually upload the video itself. Now these here, they're fades, so like the audio and the video fade in and out. So you go to effects, you type fade, and it'll come up here. And as for this I actually have to find a separate tool called green screen key, which is this thing, which actually takes it from, where is it? From that. Alright, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Master, and another episode, which is actually pretty good. Now, the fades work the same way. As you can see, like they just fade in and out. And to separate a video, you can just go in here and slice it up and change things here and there. But yeah, you fade out. I actually fade out at the end of the video, and then I fade into the end screen, which has like the next video or most recommended video or something like that, and the channel emblem up here. Now, this I actually made on like Microsoft Paint or something like that, and the song is actually called Happy Rock. It's actually in the bottom of every video description, so if you ever want to like find it, it's there. But yeah, once you finish the video, you actually have to change the timeline thing, otherwise it'll like continue on into like the black, and all of the extra space here is just dead space. But yeah, so once you finish, Control Z the crap out of that. Or not. Okay, so you go ins and out area, you go, well, you save it first, but then you go to export, save it wherever you want, and then you could go down here and just start the export, which brings it back to here, and it'll drop it, or bring it up to like 3 gigabytes or something like that, and then you drop that back into Handbrake again to shrink it down to something a little easier to upload. Now, as for the thumbnails, I use a program called Canva, which is a very, very handy tool to have. So, like, you go over here, you go custom 1920 by 1080. YouTube takes 720p images as well, but I prefer 1080. But yeah, he's being slow. Okay. So like, you take a raw image and you upload it into here, and once it's all loaded up, so like I can do like the Shogun 2 episode 14, or I can do War Thunder episode 18, and then like you drag it out to however big you want, and then you can choose a filter, which I find don't really work for me that often. So I just go to the adjust page, and my preset is usually 15, 30, 30 on the brightness, contrast, and saturation. And then on blur, if it's a bit like squinty, I can drag it down to like sharpen it up, or do the opposite. And you can add elements like frames or other things from here. And then like I can also just add where is it? Like the War Thunder emblem, and then like shape it to size, and then add the text, headings, subheading, and they have all the types of fonts that you could really want, sort of. sometimes you have to search for them, but yeah. And then once you've finished with that, you go up here, you press the download arrow, and you can select like JPEG or PNG or something like that. And then that comes out sometimes to just under the 2 MB threshold for a thumbnail. But yeah, and then I upload the videos and everything, and from there I also use a separate program called Wrappy Tags, which helps with like the generated like tags for the video. Goddamn ads. So like if I type Shogun to Total War and then I press enter, it'll come up with the tags that it thinks that are good, and then you can just like copy and paste it into your video tag thing. But yeah, that's how I do my videos, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed, learned something new or different. I'll try and find the web page links for Handbrake, HitFilms, and Canva and everything, and I'll put them in the description of the video. But yeah, as always, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one, and yeah, later.